Today's Monday. It's February the 17th, 2025. Hope you're having a good Monday so far. Hope it ends up a good Monday. We begin week 8 this week. Justin Guin is the author this week. We're reading his Monday through Friday devotionals in Jenkins Institute book, his table, thoughts, ideas about the Lord's Supper. All year long, we'll be reading thoughts and ideas and great things about when we meet on the first day of the week, on Sunday, to eat the Lord's Supper. The 8th week, the theme is the presentation of Jesus. And again, Justin Guin is the author. Today's title is The Lord Has Need of You. Today's scripture is Luke chapter 19, verses 28 through 34. Here's what Justin writes for today, Monday. Luke's gospel focuses on Jesus' journey to Jerusalem. In Luke chapter 9 and verse 51, the text states that the days drew near for Jesus to be taken up, referencing his atoning work to be completed in Jerusalem. So, he set his face to go towards Jerusalem. Remember that little statement we see in Scripture? He set his face to go toward Jerusalem. That's a phrase that described Jesus' resolute attitude and focus. Jesus was a man on a mission. There's no question. He left heaven and came to earth with a mission. 10 chapters later, Jesus enters the outskirts of Jerusalem, comes to Bethany and Bethpage on the Mount of Olives. Upon arriving, he sent 2 of his disciples into the village to secure transportation into the city. They were to untie a coat upon which no one has ever sat and bring it to Jesus, Luke chapter 19 and verse 30. Understandably, he writes, the owners questioned the disciples, and the disciples responded, the Lord has need of it. Luke chapter 19, verse 34. And of course, the owners gave this animal, this beast of burden, this donkey that's never been ridden, gave it to the disciples. The table of the Lord is an opportunity for regular spiritual examination. And I like the word, he said, regular. The table of the Lord is an opportunity for regular spiritual examination. For example, during the Lord's Supper, we're instructed, let a person examine himself, and so eat of the bread and drink of the cup. That's 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 28. As we examine our lives, many thoughts come to our minds. Mistakes we made over the past week, areas where we need to grow in our hopeless state without Jesus. These things may come to our mind. But notice what he says. We may think, why does God want someone like me? As we have these thoughts and these mistakes and these things that's happened during the week, it may make us think something like, why does the Lord have need of me? To this thought, he writes, Scripture responds, the Lord has need of you. It's not a why. It's just that the Lord has need of you. You see, examination is not just a time to reflect upon failures, but also a time to consider ways we can serve the Lord. Reflecting upon his goodness motivates us to serve faithfully all the days of our life. He writes here, look at Luke chapter 5 and verse 11. Never underestimate your contribution to Christ's kingdom in your community. The Lord has need of you. And he concludes with today I will examine my relationship with God and reflect on ways I can serve the Lord and remember that my life has value to Christ and his church. I like that, don't you? To examine our relationship with God. Reflect on ways that we can serve the Lord and remember that our life, my life, your life, has value to Christ and his church. And so it's easy to see that the Lord has need of you. He has need of us. Hope you have a good day. Well, last night, evening service, Matt and Leah and Emma and Carson and Carter Hooper were all honored. They had been with the Woodlawn Church of Christ for 20 years. It was his 20-year anniversary, and they honored him well. And Matt and Leah and Emma and Carson and Carter have served the church there very, very well. So congratulations to Matt and all his family. What a good family and preacher Matt is. But hope you have a good day. Remember those not doing well. I saw this morning that Greg, last name jumped out of my back of my head. His dad, Donnie, is has come home from hospital under hospice care and not doing well. His wife, Tammy, her mom is in surgery right now, having bypass surgery. So please pray for these people and ask the Lord to bless them. I mentioned a little baby named Hudson, and it was announced last night that he does have leukemia. Remember Pat Chandler, and she's having her treatments. And boy, there's just so many, all the ones we've been mentioning. Please remember those that's suffering with cancer, and just pray for them. And thank God for our health, that we can get up and go. Maybe it'll continue to be good. But have a good Monday. Have a good week this week serving Jesus. I'll see you tomorrow.